Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Yare'ach Le'ori, whom from this point on we shall call her Yare. And this is the story of how this little Lalafell came to be a prominent and powerful member of our free company. And the story of Yare begins here, at the Twellswood Academy, where Yare was studying to become an alchemist one day. Little did Yare know that her fate would soon change. Bob, bob, bomb. One day, on a walk home from the academy, she would come across a monster so hideous, so terrifying, it would stop her dead in her tracks. While cowering in fear at the sight of this monster, Yare suddenly finds herself surrounded by light and transformed into Sailor Yare. Sailor Yare! With this transformation comes the powers of the white mages of old, which allow Yare to vanquish any evil monster which would stand in her way and save little puppies. Save the puppies! And it was from that point on that Sailor Yare knew it was her sworn duty to protect the realm, so she joined up with the other heroes of the SOLA Free Company. With their powers combined, SOLA has been able to vanquish many of Eorzea's greatest threats. But many threats still remain, and even more threats of greater magnitude loom on the horizon. So SOLA works tirelessly to increase their strength in order to challenge any foe that would threaten the safety of Eorzea's citizens. And to save many puppies. Countless puppies. At least 3 puppies. 3 puppies! Thank you for enjoying the epic story of how Yare came to be a part of our free company. She really does bring a lot to our free company. Yare is always someone who is outgoing and friendly, making new members feel welcome, and is just able to listen and encourage you no matter what's going on. And so now I just have her in Mumble where you can kind of meet her and see what she's like in person. And that's pretty much the origin story behind this wonderful little Lalafell. Yare'ach has been, I don't even know if I pronounced your name right, I still need to practice that, has been a huge part of this guild, kind of the go-to healer in a lot of situations, and also the social heart of our free company. Whenever I first joined the free company from transferring over servers, she was the first person to ever just kind of welcome me and just want to hang out and chat in Mumble. And speaking of, I actually got her here in Mumble right now, and I just wanted to ask her a few questions. What is it that first brought you to Final Fantasy XIV?
Hey everyone, my name is Yare'ach. Well, actually, I'm not really a gamer, but my sisters are. All of them love playing game. And how I started Final Fantasy 14, actually had to go back to Final Fantasy 11, my first MMORPG. Well, I started playing it was because I was dating a gamer. And instead of getting girlfriend aggro, he decided to get me a computer and Final Fantasy 11 and convinced me to play with him. While we were playing together, and he managed to convince me to play White Mage. He told me that, well, my dear, you don't like to be in the battle, so you can be a White Mage and heal from distance away from the battlefield. Which sounds awesome to me, so that's how I started as a White Mage. And he could be a thief, and to his convenience, he can always find party with his wonderful White Mage girlfriend. We ran into a tank who would tank for us, and one day he messaged me. He said, as long as I'm alive, you will not die. That's my promise to you. Ever since that, whenever situation goes bad, he would use his cooldown and told us to run, and we would zone. And whenever I need to go to another place, for those who have played Final Fantasy 11, a little White Mage can get pounded by a mob that's 10 level less than they are, which is very sad. And if you die in Final Fantasy 11, you can actually de-level. But he would escort me everywhere I need to go, and which was very awesome. So anyway, so that was the past. And one day when I passed by a game store and saw Final Fantasy 14 on sale, I was like, here's an idea. Maybe I should start playing again, and maybe I will run into this guy. Who knows? By fate. Maybe. So that's how I started, and I decided I would continue to play White Mage because I really enjoy playing White Mage. So that's how an extrovert like me started playing a game. And so yeah, so that's how it started.
And it transferred over very well from being an extrovert into being, like I said, the social heart of our free company. Um, any other stories from your early stages of Final Fantasy 14? Because you've been in the free company for a while, I believe. Any stories of how you came to join this free company or other things like that?
Actually, I was in Leviathan when I started. I pretty much randomly picked that server. But I was like, maybe I should join a guild that shares similar values I do. And I found SOLA on the game forum. And that's how I started Final Fantasy 14. And meanwhile, I pretty much check out every single tanks because I was just being silly and I really want to find that tank. And finally, I actually found someone. I saw he's a pretty good tank. He's very nice. He helped out with the company, a free company a lot. So to test his tanking skill, I invited him to run Cutter's Cry with me, and I put on the reindeer suit and did the whole dungeon with him in reindeer suit. Oh dear, what he had to suffer. Just to let him know that I would like to be his dear. But I didn't. Anyway, you guys will learn how silly Yar is. That didn't really clearly work out because he didn't speak a word through a whole run, and I'm the only one who find it amusing. So, but then anyway, that's I think throughout my whole many months of gaming, I finally found my ultimate tank, and I stopped looking for the tank that I met in Final Fantasy 11. And I stopped checking out the other tanks, including you, Alex. I'm just teasing.
Well,
Anyway, no, I did find my ultimate tank, and so I welcome people to come to SOLA and chat with me and find out who my ultimate tank is.